It's for Yamamunina Kwaba once again about Pinax TV. So Menuka said there's an update on Sammy Gyamfi. Now we are about Friday and now a young person. I need to actually know how to talk. You see, Sammy Gyamfi na no akuyi in the car. You know, he was speaking, he thought he was just speaking. This year no and Kofana was almost supporting no. This year no munina air attacking. So you are having him attacked from NDC MPP. You see, and the Ubit Maka say Sammy Gyamfi have fallen inside the trap, and then this is his end. We'll be giving you an update. I see an update in a part. Sammy Gyamfi will be held for contempt, which means he is liable to a jail term, or perhaps Sammy Gyamfi is liable to even a whole lot of things, about stripping off the leadership position. As I start the program, this particular program is being sponsored by Click and Collect. Yes, as the name sounds, no, when you go there, everything you want to order in this world, Amazon, Ibia, we different websites they be into UK, what approach you gonna now approach. All you have to just do is just go on the website, phone BBA as Amazon links Primark in Tadie, all the clothes, all the shoes, all the food stuff BBI, just order it there, you get at a very discounted price. Visit Click and Collect. Now let's start off with this particular news about the pictures you are seeing on the screens are not the pictures of Sammy Gyamfi. They are the pictures of the person who I believe is about to bring the end of Sammy Gyamfi's reign. Right now, yes, Nipan is bringing the end of Sammy Gyamfi, and yes, it will be cool now. Or the Sammy Gyamfi really a baby, yes, just if it's a Sammy Gyamfi, according to people in this particular man who need pictures on the screen, or part to say, yeah, what one is Sam as you see say Ghana phone it is not like that. Recall, and then that story be we gave an update in this Sammy Gyamfi the Facebook handle Wako Church Bibra is insulting or perhaps downplaying the work of 3 NDC gurus, talking about Haruna Idrisu, the minority leader in parliament, talking about the Speaker of Parliament, Aban Bagman, also talking about the minority chief whip in parliament, talking about Muntaka Mubarak Mohammed, and it has not gone on well with people. Now, this is where it gets cheeky, and I have seen now let me take you back to 4 or 5 or 6 years ago, or even 8 years ago. A Black Rasta, who was then a presenter and a radio presenter, or Hit FM, no, or can be a parliamentarian, so about a weak comment. This was what happened. Or can you know parliament? I can say because that time Black Rasta all kinds of parties say almost 90 and 80 and 70% of parliamentarians or we, and that statement you know is a we illegal or party say the people who make the law, the people who are breaking the law. So what they do, they call Black Rasta, which means they subpoena him in the parliament, saying say ombra no be in one no just do all that Black Rasta was seeing on live television was I beg it was a mistake, I won't do it again. And no yeah, and I didn't watch it. So based on this, you've seen say you can't just get up and say something about parliamentarians and the people who make the laws for Ghana, especially if in some Okano it doesn't hold merit, it is not truthful, it doesn't hold any bearing, and perhaps you don't even have evidence to your claim. And that's exactly what Sammy Gyamfi has done. So based on this, no, this particular man that you see his picture on the screen, Honorable Vincent Eko, in Symbio Debe Tuja and Nanopa, if Black Rasta was called, and even if King Japan was called for saying, say, Parliament AFO, and they mistook it to say Parliament AFO, then we need to call Sammy Gyamfi. Because what King Japan said, say, Parliament AFO. And they are saying, say, or say Parliament AFO. They dragged him because he's putting Ghana's Parliament in disrepute. And if Sammy Gyamfi have said the same thing about the Speaker of Parliament, who represent both parties, bipartisan, he represents NDC, he represents MPP. So he's not just a Speaker of Parliament for one party. He's a Speaker of Parliament for all the party and the whole of the Parliament of Ghana and Ghanaians in general. So why Sammy Gyamfi have insulted the leadership role of Aban Bagman, especially, and even the minority leader of Parliament, Haruna Idrisu, and even the chief whip, Muntaka Mubarak Mohammed, they need to drag him and cite for contempt. This is where it gets nicer. I'm reading this particular quote now, me quoting the verbatim because in some no ha it is becoming nicer and nicer by day. Now the member of parliament or Sani P. Americanas and he did Vincent Eko Asafwa. He is the member of parliament for Tafo Pankrano constituency. Now, Opache says he's going to move this motion. And now, some of based on all the example and answer citations regarding this issue, he's going to go on the same page and then move a motion in Parliament to cite the National Communication Officer of NDC, Sammy Gyamfi. He should be dragged to Parliament for contempt. Now, Sir Mr. Tafo MP, he believes that Sammy Gyamfi comments now occur about Speaker Aban Gbagbe are very disparaging and very unacceptable, especially this man represents the whole of a year MPs in Parliament. Mami Sankani bium. So for example, Obi Ekujina radio station Ekase Akufo-Addo Onim Nyansa. The person has not just insulted Akufo-Addo. The person has insulted the whole of Ghana, and as such, the person needs to be dealt with. The same thing for Mahama, because if Mahama was the president, now Mahama, just like Mundi 3 near the Adena, they will drag them to court and they'll make sure say they will face the full wrath of the law. So once Sammy Gyamfi have done this, then this particular MP is saying that they need to drag him to court. So these are the things that are also in regards to this particular case. It's for so we'll be leaving you with what Ghanaians are still saying about this whole gay LGBT issue. I'll give you more updates as all of these events unfold right in our beloved country, Ghana.
My papa is a more again in lesbian in Sensemi, then I'm walk phone.
Oh, and yeah, and Tassum, because Sodom and Gomorrah, sir, Uncle Yabet Chinyani Aquatoa, a idea not a Chiwade Cassi or Yankupuanim. Omokosa, yama, a Kurium or say him, what I say, in Tanyasa, yang, I be before special, the company new Bible, Yaji gay, and a lesbian, and the Akakan editum cry, because a bassa at the neighbor and a baby so. In telephone to me, no Nyasadian. Now,
many of them are in Shaba and also to buy the Fango Queminent members and Yamawi.
Oh, gay idea. A danny dear, so much channel. A dandy or mood located there, Ambasaku. And Tadani de Yamu Budano, now Panima or dead animal, high idea. Also, on the people in the day. Nasa Diana, or Mundiama, mono office to be on my moon hardy. Yea, and I'm coming from my bless on the Sunday animal, Nino. Gives a my man mumu. Because of scarness animal, I was animal in Yama no mumu. Ain't no animal in there, or say a paper few my way mukra, and go fast to the arm roman, because this year, Tiano. Nibi, look for we to be on the neck of our happy body. Now, I said, my boy, blaze you. This uncle for the Funkum. Yes, animal in the boy, my Ghana.
Okay, there are any of them I can only the audience, and I'm getting lesbian soon to say, young girls and Anna.
Oh, send your can any audience, because you're here, my uncle Pon or the Hofen or the Chair. Obeni, Nasa old da or Bano Fabema, and no Entosumu. Because a man will cry who you want another than not, your uncle Bema, Elcoda, or Bano or Ba Elcoda, Nina Entosumu, sir. A did yesterday, a buy and say, on finding Nancy form. Now on to Channel Mabia, a baby, a baby, a Ibiano, on canning in Aya the Emutu. Because Sasano Mane Bomb, a best say young Qualano. You tonight, but you need Butayabia, the bed, ever see any so. Because a Juma Crano, young yet. Yaka said, Yakoya lesbian, Yakoya gay, your Benyas Calintino, and none a day, and you bed, ever go so. A Basana, and moi, or may. A Bema, Mentemehuase, Mimpese, I had about, or Marino, a Christo, some mine. It is a Bibisa cost, I wasn't penny for near day, a 209 editiamu. Now, office and so. Yes, them la at 2 office no and penny for so say. Or when you're the close office no at
Mamma close to that.
or close to that. A year I was a bamboni yarding. I was a bamboni yarding because a bambona dear and a mass annual money in a day, Ebeura or Maimu. A basana as a Omarimuno and pennyphobia day, any a new moon. Because Obin to think of far ade foforɔ emfiri wɔn bi mu fa yɛ de embewura ma obi anim hu bia na sɛ bi sa edi ɛbɛsrɛ sɛ wɔn betu wɔn nan ɛde tia sa adeɛ mu
ɔbaa ne bɛrima nsɛm abɛyi ɔbaa ne ɔbaa da bɛrima ne bɛrima da no wadwe nkyerɛ wɔn ho ne sɛ
oh me deɛ saa we na ɔmo de aba ndɛm ngye ntum because Bible kyerɛ sɛ eni hɔ saa ɛwɔ wiase wɔ mu sɛ yɛbɛyɛ saa deɛ no nti yɛngye ntum wɔ Ghana ha nti yɛngye ntum
oh boy
pachai
emu ɔdɛ
oh ɛdɛ
nti wu gyawe na kɔ
oh me ne me boy de na ɛdɛ but when deɛ yɛngye ntum ɛnyɛ adwuma koraa wɔ Ghana ɛnsi ne ha sei
me da se fast on ya Papa, gay ni lesbianism some say me ebi say engine to ebi say me engine to unso gina bia ne say.
Me bra feni asem we dey asem pan because so hwe Bible mu kra ade a omo ya dome ebesi nne anu me no gusu ho dey na so man enka ye culture ho na se mpenifo no ka so mbegya tumu dey a no me na omo pese omo ye den omo de man because eni ye culture mu so ena yeso na enye ready say ye pese ye bre se na nkofo bre ye na omo ntimi anhwe omo ma ne pese be bre sa do sa ne menema no do ho join a bibia ko ye de ma obet akira asem no enye ha na ye pe o ye pe osoro ahindie nti mpenifo no so omo pe osoro ahindie dia mama on so sa ne ma na so mani firi oman ne mu ntimi enje ntum
Shey be na otusu say aban fangu akwan mu bibiara obeye bia aban sa be so nim cause waba be ka say enye ade a obefo aso enne anaso ochena
nje shawo nka odi begu akwan mu say ye chew dia life in prison me and mom outside biem kra yam pu ne san fanko prison life in prison u ba kwakra sana me nja mom outside e mom be hu outside in front because enya ade papa enya ade papa me so
alright emi na be my that say on ya oh me na nsem ba Ghana hanom da nkofo bebe na eka gay ene lesbian nsem semi ebi say engine tum ebi mu say me engine tum odwe nkyere ewo ho ne say
Omo se engine tum no omo nim nyansa no mo suro nyame so mo suro nyame akombe se Ghana ye nyame eman e won se nyankopon na ba owiase nyina de ba ye Ghana ha no de ye Christian country ti ni kwasa ye ma sa kwasa asam na ye adwuma wa ha enti sa de na sa na kufa do hwe no otwam obi obe so ye sa dem bia mra da o se ye jeli sa ni pakro because e betumi ase kuro be se o man Ghana e be man kola ne da acha abowo mo e do kra de nyame e be man nyame abufu ohie kra bewi asentem ti ense fata se sa de be ba Ghana ha kra
Shey be na otusu say Ghana ye mampanyi edigu kwan mo betimi aboa anase ye do be ye mampanyi anka wa anka shey be na ode begu akwan
sa ge na omo ye nse me na me ye mampani anka me just minim de kwan anka me do omo kra be fa so ka me twa omo so kra fi me mam ka me twa omo so afi me mam because me won so omo be se Ghana on be so me ye ni Solomon Gomorrah ni bi sa na omo pese omo ye enti se me ne na na kufa dan ka me twa omo ye sa me twa omo so afi Ghana ha
ye da se fa so na me na sesi ano oba ne oba nhye mu de be ma ne be ma nhye mu de Ghana